what's up? BrokeTheInterweb here, and I'm back because YouTube sent me an email threatening to remove me from the partnership program unless I made a video right now. That's not the only reason I'm back, but it is the main one. So let's get likes, comments, and subscribe to me before you've even seen the video, because that's how we do shit now. Yeah, new YouTube, woo! Let's get it. All right, you can click off, but I have a lot more to say. Wow, this cam's a little too high def, actually. Let's put on like 10 more pounds of makeup. Okay, that's better. So, I am back to make kind of a vlog update because, well, for the reason that I just mentioned, but also, I've just really missed my YouTube channel. And it's been a long time since I've just made a video where I talk. I've been hanging out on Twitch a lot, and none of you seem to care about that, so that's cool. It's a free country. I just kind of wanted to give you an update on my life, and I just really like talking to cameras, so I'm gonna do that. I keep watching my footage back, and I have a really hard time staying still, but that is nothing new. It's been a really long time. When I watch my old videos, so I've wanted to come back to YouTube for years, and the 2, maybe 3 times I've come back, I've mentioned that like I don't really know where I fit in new YouTube. But taking a look at some of my older videos from the old YouTube days, oh my god, I cringe so hard when I watch those. And I know we all cringe when we watch ourselves, but I also know that you guys were cringing when you saw them the first time, and I can see much more easily why now. I couldn't see it back then. But we grow up and we mature, and no thanks to you guys, but I did get braces. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That was a big deal on old YouTube. If you had crooked teeth, people burn you at the freaking stake. So if you're new to my channel, a little bit of a backstory as to why I have 17,000 subscribers when I never post anything. Back in the day, well, I actually started my YouTube channel in 2006. I was 17 years old, and I had just come out of an entire childhood of begging my parents to let me be a child actor. And still not sure if I'm grateful for the fact that they said no. I'm sure someday I will be, like when I have my own kids, but when I heard about this YouTube thing, and the name itself indicates you get to be on TV, just an internet TV, I was like, yeah, that's for me. That is what I've been waiting for. So I made some videos, and really stupid, funny videos with my brother and my friends, and nobody really watched them, but they were some of the first videos. So the people that were there watched them, and whenever I deleted one, I'd get messages like, hey man, we're counting on you to put content here, don't delete it. But I was a self-conscious 16, 17-year-old, and I was just figuring out what I wanted to put out there and who I was. And I don't think we ever stopped really figuring out who we are. But I still lived at my parents' house, obviously, and I moved to Finland for a year to be an exchange student. And when I came back, I started making political videos. And watching those now are really cringy too, because an 18, 19-year-old at the time, I still didn't know that much about establishment politics, but I did know that I wanted to be a congressperson. I decided that when I was 15. I used to watch The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and I'd watch it before I went to bed every night, and I noticed he was finding the funniest shit on this channel called C-SPAN. And I was like, I know that channel. I flip through it every day. And so I decided one day, watching my parents' TV, I was just gonna stay on C-SPAN and see if I can find any of these funny moments myself without having Jon Stewart and his team spoon feed them to me at night. And what I saw was this egregious display of nonsense. It was just nothing. Everybody was up there saying nothing. And I was like, you can do that? Like, such a respectable position people elect you to, and you can just get up there and say a bunch of words that don't really mean anything, and then your opponent will get up and pretend that they didn't hear a word that you said and just read a pre-written thing that they wrote, and nothing actually gets done. That's actually a little bit infuriating, because what are you doing? You should be fired. So I watched and I watched and I watched, and I couldn't turn the channel. I was like, man, I have been missing out. And I realized I think I could do a better job than the people I'm seeing up here. I think most of us could, but I actually wanted to. Why would you want to expose yourself to that much criticism? Everybody in your constituency is gonna have a different opinion and you can't please everybody, so even if you're the best congressperson there ever was, people are gonna hate your guts for just existing because they didn't get their candidate up there. But I don't know, I just knew that's what I really want to work towards. And there are traditional ways to get there. I could have gone to school for poli-sci, which I did for a really brief time, but you could also go get an internship in an establishment politician's setup somewhere, you know, and you can learn the way establishment politics work. But what I actually wanted to do was intentionally stay away from all types of establishment politics because I didn't want to learn at a young, tender age that like any of the shit is okay. Because it's not okay. And if you can look at it from the outside, untainted by the, you know, injustices within that political system, and you can just see what the problems are, I think that can be a real good skill to have. So people always ask me like, well, why don't you try and get a job in Washington, D.C.? And that's exactly what I wanted to avoid. Democrat, Republican, I don't care what party it is, I do not trust them to give me a real tutorial on being an effective congressperson. I expect them to teach me how to raise money. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to focus on that. I don't think that should be such a large part or a part at all in a congressional campaign. Yeah, I'm going to do it my way and I'm going to lose a lot of times. More times than Harvey Milk, I bet. But either I'm going to get elected eventually or I'm going to die trying. And that's a decision I made 16 years ago now. And every time people ask me, you still feel that way? You still want to be a congressperson no matter what goes on in Congress? That might make me second guess it for a split second. I want to be a congressperson more than I ever did before, even more than I did when I was 15. And that need, that desire just keeps growing in me. And I can't ignore it or deny it. So I have to make steps towards it. And part of that has always been my YouTube channel. This is a place where I let off steam. This is a place where I say whatever the hell I want to say about whatever the hell I'm thinking. And if you watch my videos from 10 years ago, I thought lots of things I don't think anymore because I was a kid trying to learn politics. And teenagers always think they know everything. So I really did. I really thought like, oh, people don't get it, I'll teach them. Then when I was in my 20s, I was like, maybe I should take a little more of an educational approach. I bet people are really wondering why the government is shut down, for example. What does that mean? How did we get here? So I started making these detailed, almost tutorial type videos of how did we get here, what's going on, how does Congress work, and because the way that they taught me in school definitely didn't stick. I learned all of this on my own on the internet in my 20s. And I know that that's true for so many of us. So I wanted to be one of those resources to help share what I was learning. Unfortunately, when I tried to lock that down into a professional production style, that's when my views stopped happening. I actually ended up speaking to this guy who was a part of the YouTube industry, and he told me that if you want to do well on YouTube, number one, you got to stop speaking Spanish. And eso nunca lo voy a hacer. Never gonna stop speaking Spanish, fuck you. He was saying if you speak Spanish in your videos, you're never gonna make money because there's no money to be made in Latin America, which is number one, false. Oh my God, so false. And number two, racist. And then he said, politics is too polarizing, so you should probably steer clear of that too. Why don't you just make a blog? You're a cute girl, just make a little vlog. People will watch that. And I was like, ugh. You're just telling me to take the two things I like and don't do them anymore. YouTube isn't a business for me. It never has been and I never want it to be. YouTube is like a freaking diary that I let other people read and comment on, I guess. And that's what it needs to be for me. It needs to be an outlet because there are few people in my real life, especially in like my workplace or the people I spend the most time with, who want to hear me rant about anything because I could go on for hours and never stop. And they didn't ask for that. But if you come to my YouTube channel, you did ask for that. You clicked on my video. And if you're watching it right now, and I've always had this philosophy since I started YouTube, there have always been people who come to my videos and just talk shit. They're like, fuck, I hate this girl. You might hate me right now. Have at it. You're allowed, but it's your decision to keep watching me talk. If you're still here right now, that's a call you made, and I thank you for it. The one thing this guy did instill in me was a desire to be a little bit more organized in the way that I approach these topics, because it is polarizing. So at the time I got this, I was still unemployed. I actually came home from that dude's house and made that I need a job video. And he basically said, that's what people want to see, just turn on your camera and start talking. That's what we're doing right now, right? And it did, he was right, dude. As far as metrics, that video did really well. And that was so annoying, because that's not the video I want to make. It is actually the video I want to make in this moment right now. This is not being forced on me, this format. YouTube did send me a threatening email, but I could have made a video about anything. I could have just been in a bikini right now saying really disgusting things, and I'd get a lot of views. But it's not a business for me, it's an extension of myself, and I'm really serious about that. I'm not gonna change that for metrics. I'm not gonna change that for views, I'm not gonna change that for money. So if you're still here and you like what you're hearing, you're a real OG and I appreciate you. If you're not subscribed, please throw me a subscription right now, because that's that YouTube threat. They're saying you haven't gained any subscribers. That's the metric that they use to keep you in the partnership program. And I do like being in the partnership program because of all the potential that comes with. You get to have custom thumbnails, you get to have long videos, and you get to put ad placement in there to make a couple cents per video, which is my situation. I don't make almost any money, but I like the opportunity. So, god damn it, smash that like button and gently press that subscribe button, if you will. Thank you. That really helps me a lot. So I ended up getting a job. I ended up getting a bunch of jobs, but I currently work as a software engineer, and I love that job. It gives me so much freedom. I'm allowed to make a video like this in the middle of the day, because as long as my work is done when it's supposed to be done, as long as I'm in the meetings when I'm supposed to be in them, you know, there's a lot of trust that comes with having that job. Nobody's watching over you, making sure you're clocking in at a certain time or clocking out at a certain time. Just get your work done, and you have a lot of trust, and you have a lot of freedom. That stuff is awesome, especially for people who have ADHD. So I do recommend software engineering as a job if you've ever been remotely interested in it. Just look up a tutorial and start fucking with it. That's what I did. Anyway, I could really use some water. So some of you know I've been hanging out on Twitch a lot for the last couple of years. Most of you don't seem to really care, but once in a while, I get somebody from my YouTube channel in my Twitch chat asking, when are you making another YouTube video? And then they leave. So now, right now, a lot of people still want me to talk about politics, and I still want to talk about politics. I mean, it's more contentious than ever right now, right? I love talking about the contention. I love talking about the misunderstandings on both sides and how we can all do better. And the things that we actually have in common with each other that we are constantly lied to about. One side's mainstream news source will tell you that the other side actually hates America. By the way, I know America is North and South America. I don't own America. The United States does not own America. We're just of it, okay? We're just of America. We really do need a new demonym. Canadians are from Canada. Mexicans are from Mexico. United Statesian? I don't know, but we need one that is our own, because America's a continent, y'all. It's actually two where I'm from, but some people consider it one. The point is, though, we're not the whole continent. We don't get to have that. I don't know. Let's start brainstorming. Drop it in the comments. What do you think our demonym should be? I think United Statesian sounds pretty stupid, but like, we can think of something. Maybe we're the midriff of North America. Work with that. Do something with that. Thanks. Anyway, I just wanted to check in. I've really lacked confidence in my video ideas for the last couple years. It's not that I'm not having ideas. I am. I'm writing them down. I'm making intentions, but then I go to do it and I'm like, no one's gonna like that. And I gotta stop. If we can't believe in ourselves, who the hell can believe in us? So I might take some more risks soon. I really hope that I can find that push. Oh my gosh. We got a kitten, and we're still in that phase where we are introducing the kitten to the established cats, and it's the messy part. So I have to keep a very close eye and keep them separated until they can handle each other. So that's what that was. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you are still with me right now, well done. This video was all over the place. I really appreciate your support, and I can't tell you how much it means to me when people ask me to make another video. Come back. Where are you? Leaving comments on my old videos. Keep that up because it works. And also thank you, YouTube, for threatening a piece of my life, threatening to take it away if I don't shape the fuck up. I'm here, so I showed up, thanks. Be on the lookout for more videos, and also check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/BrokeTheInterweb. It's the same as the channel name here, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a good one.